Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching of scriptures, among other things. And salutations to all the Akyam across the earth who are doing this work in sincerity and truth. And shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do the best to please Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So yeah, man, this video I want to go into this article. So Poland closes border with Belarus due to major Russian military exercise. So Russia had a big military exercise going on, and it's funny because always when you watch the mainstream media, they only posting news articles about how Ukraine keeps standing up against Russia and things like that. How they hit Russia on sensitive spots and all these things. But meanwhile, Russia's still standing. Because in the beginning, when the thing between Russia and Ukraine started, they were talking about that Russia have that they got old, how you say that, old equipment and all these things. So, but meanwhile, yeah, Russia he keeps a stance, and Putin, he already showed to Trump and Zelensky that the only way that he is basically gonna cease fire is if they give them the pieces that he basically already took over, but he want to have it by law, basically, and that's yeah, that's what it is. He's like, yeah, and yeah, Ukraine is not really holding a stand, and he also made a statement saying that because they were countries of Europe, they were talking about that they want to send soldiers to Ukraine to fight on the side with Ukraine, and he already said that he how you say that, that they if the any army members of Europe gonna be fighting with the Ukrainians, they are a legal target. So he warned them already. He gave them fair warning: beware, beware. So he's not playing. So he had with Belarus, he had a good. They're gonna have an how you say that, a military exercise. So Poland will close its border with Belarus overnight Thursday night because Russia is launching a major military exercise there. And also recently, Russia, Putin, he visited Xiu Peng, or I forgot his name, the minister of China, the leader of China, and he was there smiling, showing his smile. And there's a lot of stuff going on. If you look around you, there's a lot of stuff going on. America with Venezuela, which are also at the tension. And China already warned America, Trump, like if they're gonna set foot on Venezuela, that's gonna be a problem. So China got the back. How you say that? Russia got the back of Venezuela, and Russia been there years ago. When there was also a problem, I think also with America, I'm not sure. And then Russia also, yeah, it was America also. Then Russia sent some fighter jets and all that, basically showing that he's right there. And you know what Russia is capable of? Look what happened with Syria. Yeah, the last time Assad eventually he fled from Syria and he went straight to Russia with an airplane full of cash. So he went to Russia, and but the like a period before that, when the Americans were there and NATO was there, and they were fighting so called against the Taliban, and all that, and or was it ISIS? It doesn't matter. This all they're all set up, so they were fighting against them, and they were not able to overcome them, But yeah, Syria, they got a lot of poppy going on over there, and that's what they really want. So then Russia sent some soldiers and yeah, he just sent some soldiers and some gear and all that, and basically got done away with ISIS or with the Taliban or whatever group that was over there. He had it done very quick also. So, like I said, Putin is not playing, and it's beautiful to see, And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things going on. You can see that the heat is getting up. All these countries they're getting ready for war and all that. People are sick and tired, not taking it. French is about to take a big strike tomorrow, and today, uh, is it Niger? No, it's not Niger. In shit, I got it. Um, let me see. I think I can. No, it's not. If I go back, it was let me see. What's that country again? Oh yeah, Nepal. Nepal, yeah. In Nepal. So they had a protest going on over there. Was a protest going on over there because they were the government from the government they were yeah they were busy they wanted to ban social media. So eventually 17 protesters they were shot dead, but there was a lot of riots going on, and basically the minister he stepped down. Let me just read the article. At least 17 people have been killed. So protests in Nepal against social media ban. 17 protesters shot dead. According to police, they were shot. At least 17 people have been killed in protest in the Nepalese capital Kathmandu, according to the police. They were shot at by police as they attempted to storm parliament. Authorities says 145 people were injured, including 28 police officers. At least 14 of the wounded are in critical condition in the hospital. They have sustained gunshot wounds in the head or chest. Among other injuries, relatives and blood donors are gathering outside the capital's main hospital. The situation remains tense. A curfew has been imposed in the area and around the Parliament building. And let me see, because I saw an article. This article is from yesterday, but today I saw an article passing by. I believe I even shared it. That how you say that? That the minister stepped down. He stepped down basically. So let me see if I can. Maybe it's even here sometimes because I saw it. Wait, bear with me for one moment. So here is what I was talking about. So the Nepalese prime minister resigns after deadly protest over social media ban. So he resigns. Nepalese prime minister Khatga Prasad Sharma Oli has resigned following deadly protest in Kathmandu against the social media ban. The Nepalese government lifted the ban on Tuesday. Three ministers had already resigned due to the protest. A statement signed by Prime Minister Oli said in his resignation would enable step towards a political solution and resolution of the problems. The Nepalese government decided last Friday to ban 26 social media platforms, including Facebook and YouTube. The ban was lifted Monday evening. During the demonstrations, police opened fire on the crowd, killing 19 people. So 19 even, killing 19 people and injuring hundreds. On Tuesday, angry Nepalese people took the streets again, damaging political party offices and other buildings. A few hours earlier, the government had lifted his ban on social media. Kathmandu airport suspended domestic flights earlier on Tuesday. The airport is now completely closed. So you can see, people are sick and tired. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. Give me one moment. So yeah, I'm back here. So yeah, so back to this article. So Poland is about to close its border with Belarus because Russia is going to have their great, a big military major, even a major Russian military exercise. And this is, basically also mocking the people, showing like, okay, you think you got me now, but he's basically showing that, yeah, he still got some. That he still got power going on. They're talking about Russian is weak and this and that, but yeah, he still can. I don't see Ukraine doing that. The closure will take effect at midnight on Friday. A spokesperson for Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk announced Tuesday. On Friday, the Belarusian maneuvers will begin in Belarus, very close to the Polish border. Yeah, of course. Putin is, how you said it. He's showing his muscles. Poland considers the exercise military very aggressive. Yeah, and they looking at other countries, from Europe, basically to back them down. In concrete terms, the closure means that the last two remaining borders crossing between Poland and Belarus will be closed. Since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Poland has already closed all other crossings along the approximately 400-kilometer border. Belarus is an ally of Russia in the fight against Ukraine. Lithuania also previously announced it would increase border security as a result of the exercise. Lithuania share a nearly 700-kilometer border with Belarus. The so-called Zapad exercise takes place every few years, but this is the first time Moscow has organized it since the 2022 invasion of Ukraine in 2021. In 2021, Russia used the exercise to prepare for that invasion. Zapas means west in Russian. So he's pointing at the west. The exercise typically takes place in western Russia and Belarus. Simulation of the use of nuclear weapons. According to the Belarusian defense minister, troops will simulate the use of nuclear weapons and hypersonic missiles during the next week's exercise. Last week, the head of the German military said he doesn't expect Russia to use the exercise as a cover to launch an attack on a NATO member. But we are on our guard, not just the German armed forces, but all of NATO. of NATO. You see that? Well, that's funny, man. That's funny. But yeah. This is the book of Second Esdras, chapter 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So these things showing us the times that we are in, that, yeah, we getting to the end of Esau's rulership. Let me see. Then shall they understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spoke of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And yeah, uh, it's written all over in the Bible. The First World War, the Second World War, the Third World War, and in the book of Matthew, I'm gonna jump in that in a minute. It says that all these things need to pass, and the end is not yet. You're gonna hear about wars, like I said, Venezuela with America, Russia with Ukraine, Israel. They just bombed Qatar, so they also busy. Yeah, and they are showing that they are doing whatever they want. Until a certain point, they are gonna do it. And of course, it's Yahweh Ratazah. The Most High is in control. Those are facts. So let me see. The book of Second Esdras, chapter 9 and 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, like I just showed in Nepal, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, even from the beginning, yeah. That's what it is. And if I jump to the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So, like I said, all these things uh, need to happen, you know. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. You see that? All these things are the beginning of sorrow. It's gonna be horrible, man. It's gonna be horrible. Let me see. Mm, let's see. Was it? Yeah. So this is the book of Revelations, chapter 9 and verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. So one world war is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. Talking about the Third World War that will happen. The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah. You know, it's been cooked, it's been prepared. But that's what it is. So, yeah, man. So, basically, you know, you see all these things going on, showing us that the end is around the corner. And, matter of fact, it reminds me of another scripture. Is it Thessalonians? I think it's Thessalonians. Always kind of, when I see it in my Bible, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's this scripture. Or is it no, it's not Ephesians. And sometimes, you know, then in your mind you be like, oh, there's this in this book, but then you got it completely wrong. Yes, First Thessalonians. So yeah, this is the book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5 and 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, when you least expect it. You know, and for the majority of people, they expect just Jeebus character, so they gonna find out the hard way, man. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. So when a woman is about to give birth, and she's gonna get this contraction, you know, a water gonna break. There's nothing that she can do against it. She might feel that she's not ready to having this baby, but this baby gonna come. And the same thing with these things, you know, it's already set in motion, you know. You can do nothing against it. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Yeah, Yahweh. You know, we stay in the light. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. So, yeah, man. Yeah, let me read verse 8 also. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation. So yeah, man, keep on watching, prepare yourself, you know, and yeah, basically that, you know. So yeah, with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Basham Kakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops who create millstone for teaching of scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Akyam across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and truth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.